What is up, guys? I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to Runners Talk Magazine, episode number 5. So far in this series, we have made $1.69 total. So yeah, that's a little bit more than last week. We were only at $1.04, so we jumped up about 65 cents. So before we get into the actual magazine, I want to talk to you guys about two different things. So the first thing is I had a track meet the other day. I ran the DMR, the 1200 meter leg. I am going to have a video about that soon, so I can't spoil too much, but I just want to say that these spikes were super good to me. These spikes definitely felt better than the 4% that I used to wear for indoor races. They were definitely more aggressive than the 4%, which is what I definitely needed, so I cannot wait to race another one in these shoes. I think I have a race coming up on Friday, possibly. I'm going to be racing the 3000, trying to break 8:30. And then the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is how running is going besides racing. So basically yesterday I had a long run. I ran 60 minutes total. I got in about 9.2 miles. I think the average pace was like 6:30, which was pretty good because the whole entire run was pretty much on snow and ice. And then after I did the 60 minutes, I went straight inside and hopped on the elliptical because I didn't want to do too much on my legs, have too much volume on my legs. So I think it's time to hop into the Runners magazine. Here we go. It's called Runner's World, You Can Do It. So it looks like our first page is dedicated to Nike runners. Now, I don't recognize any of these runners. I'm guessing they're just models and not Nike pros, but it's called Flash Forward, the Nike Flash Pack, and basically it looks like all of the stuff that the runners are wearing are flashing in the dark. So yeah, it's probably a project that they launched so people would buy Nike products to run in the dark to make them feel safe. Yeah, something pretty cool. I always try to make sure I wear reflective gear at nighttime when I'm running. Sometimes that doesn't end up happening, but most of the time I do. And on this page, it looks like it has Meb. He's a marathoner, and it looks like I'm pretty sure he's in either Utah or Colorado, but it's basically an ad for the Skechers Go Run Ride 3s. I've never actually worn Skechers shoes. I've always wanted to try to wear their flats because they look pretty nice, but I've never actually worn them. So maybe in the future, we're gonna have to find out what they feel like. So on this page, it says 5:30 a.m. There's only one place to be, and it's not in bed. I would have to disagree with that. 5:30 is way too early for me. I'm definitely gonna be in bed at 5:30. Definitely not running. I don't really get the point of waking up that early to run unless you have a job that starts at like 7 maybe. But in my situation, there's really no point to wake up at 5:30 unless I'm going to bed at like 8 o'clock. So my question for you guys is, what's the earliest run you've ever been on? And this next page looks like it has a bunch of different cars. And this next topic I'm gonna talk about is a little bit off topic. So if you wanna go to the running topic, I would advise you guys to skip about 30 seconds. But since I saw this car is a plug-in electric car, I guess it's a hybrid, but since we're plugging it in, it reminded me of Tesla and Tesla's CEO Elon Musk. If you guys didn't know, he just bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, which is pretty crazy. The Bitcoin value actually skyrocketed today, which is also insane. But yeah, it's just something pretty crazy that he bought that much worth of Bitcoin, and they're now going to be accepting Bitcoin as a revenue for their cars. So you basically can give them Bitcoin in exchange for one of their cars. He just keeps on surprising everybody pretty much. And the next page we have Meb again, and it's a Garmin Forerunner 610 ad. And that thing looks really, really old. It kind of has the old style look. It looks kind of like my TomTom watch that I wore freshman year. Speaking of my TomTom watch, this is pretty much the exact same watch I had. That's pretty funny that it came up on this page. I have no idea where it's at. I'm sure it's somewhere in my house. I lost it a couple of years ago, but I'm sure it's somewhere and it will probably be found within the next couple of years or so. And right here we have another thing on Ryan Hill. It says long run, long hill. Basically the workout is you jog 20 minutes to a long, gradual, moderate uphill, and then you run up it for 3 to 5 miles at a moderately hard pace. The workout keeps your heart rate high for a sustained period. It's actually not Ryan Hall. I just looked at the face and it looked just like him, but his name is Jason Hartman and he is a 2:12 marathoner. And then we have a whole page dedicated to Ryan Hall and Sarah Hall, which is his wife. She's also a very, very fast marathon and half marathon runner. And this next page also has Ryan Hall in it. It has a couple different runners: Ryan Hall, Alberto Salazar, Frank Shorter, Meb, and then Bill Rogers. And it pretty much puts them all into this one graph and shows us all of their 2:15 marathon performances. They're basically the top 5 American marathon runners that have ever existed. And on this page, I recognize this guy from a YouTube video. His name is Deanneses. It looks like he's an ultra marathoner, and I've actually watched a video of him run over 100 miles consistently, which is pretty insane. This guy basically doesn't sweat when he does these things, so it's pretty crazy watching him do them. So yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the Runners Magazine Talk number 5. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have one more thing that I want to talk to you guys about. It's basically what happened, I think yesterday or maybe it was a couple days ago, but a kid by the name of Hobbs Kessler ran a 3:57 mile and broke Drew Hunter's indoor high school mile record. That was like 3:57.8, and he beat it by a little bit. He closed in a 57 for the last 400 meters, which is pretty crazy. And he almost beat Nick Willis, who is a 19-year sub-4 marathon runner and has ran sub-4 for the last 19 years in a row. So yeah, I pretty much wanted to bring that up for you guys because I know he's not getting the love that he deserves. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Stay safe and stay blessed.